All of these recovery tools can help you recover and move better. But which one should you choose? How do you know which will be the best for you? With so many recovery tools available in the market like these guys, how do you know which one is the right one for you, and how do you know which one you should invest your money in? This video is going to discuss a few things that you need to think about so that you can be more informed and can make the right decision when choosing your recovery tool. So, in the first place, why would we want to buy recovery tools? We already have heard that self-myofascial release does help the body, but how? Well, when you use these guys, if you're someone that likes to work out, or if someone who likes walking, running, or does a lot of housework, or just moves in general, these guys help you by making your muscles recover through myofascial release. If they recover, that means they're less sore. And if they're less sore, that means you're less tired, and at the same time, you get to have more mobility. When you have better mobility, you move better, your performance is better. So choosing the right tool can make or break you enjoying this and doing it, or totally avoiding it in the future. So let's have a look at what we need to think of. First thing I want you to think about is shape and size. Now when we go for a massage, our massage therapist uses their hands. Sometimes they use their forearms, and sometimes they use their elbows. Now, if you like a massage that's really hard, you're gonna ask them to use their elbow and press into that muscle. If you like your massage to be nice and gentle, generally it's just about the hands touching your muscles with a little bit of a rub. Okay? So that's the same thing when using these tools. If you look at your palm versus your thumb, and you run your palm against your thigh or press, again, versus your thumb, which you do the same thing, the feeling is different. So finding something that's bigger will definitely help still manipulate the muscles and the fascia underneath, but it stays more on the surface. Now, if you get something that's smaller, say a massage ball, it will still do the same for the muscle fibers, but it's a bit more concentrated and a little bit deeper, just like your thumb. Okay? So first you got to think, do I want something that's going to go deeper? Can I tolerate it? Now, before we go any further, should you always feel pain when you use these types of equipment? The answer is no, right? So from a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is you don't feel anything really, and 10 is where it's so excruciatingly painful you're going to pass out, we don't want you to be there. We want you to be at a 5 to a 7, where it feels slightly uncomfortable. You know you feel something, and it's tolerable, but you do feel it. So it's not supposed to be painful to the point where you're going to pass out. So why? If it's too painful, your body tenses up, and rather than relaxing, it's actually not helping your body. So if you're using this for the first time and it's too painful, you might need something that's bigger versus something smaller. Now, you may have seen some foam rollers that have protrusions, like things that are sticking out. Some people could tolerate that and they enjoy it, and some people it's too much. So the surface is also going to be a big thing for you guys to consider. Now, if it's flat, you know that it's going to help your muscles, but it's not going to go as deep, right? So just consider those things. And again, the smaller it is, the deeper it's going to go, right? Now, the second thing I want you guys to think about is, what is your recovery tool made of? Okay, is it made of foam, right? Is it made of cloth? Is it rubber? Is it, I don't know, some people might use marble. I've seen people use so many different kinds of things, wood, right? Now you want to have something that kind of gives, when you press it, when there's a little bit of give, but something that doesn't give as much, like a tennis ball as well. You want something that can keep its size no matter how often you use it. Now, you've probably seen some foam rollers that over time, it doesn't look straight anymore, it kind of has a dent. That means it's been compacted. So you want to choose a material also that can keep its shape. Yeah? So think of those things. Now, also, you want material that can mimic skin on skin. Why? Because when it's skin on skin, we're able to manipulate the skin, move it, and then that means it's moving the fascia and the muscles underneath, and that actually creates more blood circulation, right? So I have a Mobi point, and this is made out of rubber versus something that's made out of Foam. Now, what do you think is going to stick more to my skin? Yep, rubber. So this is ideal to use, but if you're really hairy, you wouldn't want to use this on the body parts that has a lot of hair. Just think about that, okay? Now, if you're a personal trainer or someone who's going to be sharing this with your family, hygiene purposes, you'd want something that's easy to clean and wipe down with alcohol or clean it. And that way, it's going to be cleaner for everybody. All right, so think about what material it's made out of. Now, the third thing I want you to think about is density. When we talk about density, we're talking about how soft or how hard is the material. A golf ball, oh my gosh, think about that as being 100% hard, okay? When something is really hard, it's gonna go deeper down into the muscle. When something is really soft, it's gonna be more superficial. So if you're new to all of this releasing, foam rolling, and myofascial releases, start with something that's soft, right? Start with something that's big. And you know then that you're still able to help your muscles, but it will not be as invasive. If you're someone that enjoys hard massages, you might look for something more dense, right? Not necessarily small, but some people would prefer that. So again, choosing how soft or how hard your recovery tool is will depend on your pain tolerance. But if you have a variety, a softer one and a harder one, sometimes when I'm too sore, I can't even use any of these, right? So if you have a soft and a harder one, then you have options. So putting it together, size, shape, especially like something that tapers, your muscles can go over it more versus something that's flat, right? And density will affect how deep or how shallow that tool is going to get into your muscle. Okay, now I have what we call a percussion gun or a massage gun. These guys are heaven, which means it's going to be the one that's doing all the work and I just simply need to hold it against my muscle, right? And you can control its speed, how fast and how strong it's going to be massaging that muscle. And which leads me to the next point. When you purchase these recovery tools, think about the practicality. That's the fourth thing. Who is going to be using this recovery tool? If you're athletic, if you're fit, or you're able, any of these tools will do because you can get down on the floor, you can stay seated, you could be standing. But if you're using this for your parents or your grandparents or someone who's injured and can't get down on the floor, the foam roller may not necessarily be the best option. I don't have it right now, but you also have stick rollers or massage rollers that you can manipulate using your hands. You can do that standing or seated, and someone else can do it for you. But remember, these are self-myofascial release tools, which means you do it for yourself because you can control how much pressure and how you're going to be moving, right? Now, the next thing you want to think about in terms of practicality is where will you be using it? In your home? At the gym? At the office? I don't think you're going to get down on the ground during your coffee break to do some foam rolling. So maybe a ball might be more practical. I keep this with me in the office, right? Now, you might be someone that works outdoors. So you're going to find something that doesn't necessarily get you down on the ground, right? But maybe you might have a massage gun, but these guys don't cost they cost a whole lot more than these guys. So if you can invest in one, this is really great. But if not, guys, all of these other recovery tools will just be as efficient. So just thinking of who's going to use it, where you're going to use it, how much is it going to be, and can it fit your budget? That's also going to help you decide which one. Now, recap. I want to invest in one. Which ones should I get? Oh, I always suggest a foam roller. This is going to be a great way to start. Now, if you're looking for more, then go for a ball, a massage ball. But why do I have two different sizes? Remember what we said about size? Smaller gets deeper, bigger, not necessarily. But here's one thing you need to consider for practicality. A ball, yep, I can step on, but at some point, rather than it helping me relax, I get a bit more stressed and strained to try to press, and I will need another tool to actually get more leverage to press it in. And this is where size comes in. Size, this is so much easier to manipulate. So if you can get a massage ball, this is a 5-inch in diameter massage ball, perfect for you to bring in your bag, to have, to sit down, stand on, sit on, lean on against in the wall. Good size, right? But if you want to have variety, a foam roller and a massage ball, you're all set. So I hope this video helped you guys get more information about things to consider when buying a recovery tool. Enjoy rolling, enjoy releasing those muscles, move better and feel better, guys.